Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for joining us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter and Instagram. YouTube.com/Pat Gray is where you can find us on YouTube. When they're not editing and deleting our content and making it more difficult to find. So thank you, YouTube, for all you do. This bud's for you. Do you know that it's we're I think 2.5 weeks away from the start of fall camp, at least for BYU. But I think most colleges get underway end of July, right, with their fall training camp.
Yep.
They had Big 12 Media Days started yesterday, and Commissioner Brett Yormark said, "We're one of the 3 best conferences in America, and we're getting better." Think about where we were 24 months ago.
Yeah.
Before BYU entered the conference. This is what he meant. Before
were the third.
Yeah, they were dog meat. And think about where we are today. I will not stop until we're the #1 conference in America.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, they just put the SEC on notice.
Good luck with that.
They think they lost Texas and Oklahoma, right?
Yes, they did. But they've gained.
But they got BYU though.
Yes, they gained BYU. You know, I'm a little bit biased toward the conference now because of BYU's inclusion.
Yeah, I love the Big 12.
Me too.
I'm in my life as well.
Lifelong BYU fan, as you can see.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, obviously. But of the 16 teams that now make up the conference, do you know when the last national championship for these members occurred? Who was the last? Because obviously Texas and Oklahoma have both left.
Probably. And Nebraska.
The teams left.
Nebraska.
That's a fact.
Right.
Well, they left a long time ago.
Okay, but I don't know how far back the trivia answer goes.
This goes back a ways.
Yeah, it's going to have to. Right?
Colorado in 1990.
Almost said Colorado, yeah.
And before that, BYU in 1984. So the only 2 teams that in the modern era have won a national championship in the Big 12?
Colorado and BYU.
That's
awesome.
Is that amazing? But I can't wait for football season. It's going to be great.
After today, we are 45 days until week 0 in college football.
Nice.
I know.
Is week 0 August 24th?
Yes, sir.
I thought so. Okay, because BYU plays the next week. So August 31st. I mean,
we're in it, baby.
We're in it.
I know.
Yeah, I think there was actually a good game on week 0 this year. I forgot who it was. Let's see here. Let's see. Florida State, Georgia Tech.
That's not bad.
It'll be good. Be good to see how Florida State reacts this year.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 3 other games, but we won't say what those are. They're just Delaware State, Hawaii.
Oh, I love Delaware State. When Delaware State and Hawaii get together on the football field, you can throw out.
How about when Montana
State
and New Mexico get together? Same diff?
Same thing. More so, really.
How about
the Montana State Bobcats are going to play New Mexico this year? How about that?
That's the first game, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
How about who?
SMU and Nevada. So there you go. There's your 4 week 0 games, ladies and gentlemen. So Florida State, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech won a miracle against Florida State last year when Florida State was really boneheaded at the end.
They play in Nevada? That's a beautiful stadium there.
Reno, yeah.
Yeah.
McKay Stadium.
Yeah. That's nice.
BYU is going to be right here in Dallas to play SMU this year. But I opted not to go because it's going to be way too hot. I went to the Texas game last year in Austin. It was 173 degrees. 173.
I mean, get a better seat. What are we doing?
I would have thought we would have heard about that on the
Yeah, it was 173, but it was not a big deal in Texas. It's always 173.
That's correct.
So,
they put an extra fan on the field. We're fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. All right? The sun is still 3 miles above us. It's not like right on us.
Don't lay on the turf so long you won't get burned.
Exactly. Right. Okay. So yesterday, Democrats on Capitol Hill discussed Joe Biden's brain, what there is of it, of course.
Because they're all surprised.
They're all shocked. So they got behind closed doors, talk about what to do. It's pretty interesting because I think he's going to ride the storm out.
Yeah.
He certainly it's going to take a lot more than what they've done already to get him out. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if you can hang on for 2 weeks in a firestorm like this, I think you're going to be okay. And I think he's going to be okay. Now, until the next debate or the next massive meltdown. He's already melted down multiple times since then. Yeah. And he claims like, well, I've been proving it every day. Watch me. Watch. Yeah, we have watched you. That's the problem. You're terrible. You know, I said on Glenn's show yesterday, it reminds me of, do you remember Gary Hart?
Yes.
Who ran in the 80s? And
my grandfather used to tell me about Gary.
Yeah, your grandfather told you?
told me about
Because it
Gary.
was clear back in the 80s.
Back in the 80s, yes.
You were just a glimmer in his eye then?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he actually challenged reporters to follow him.
And
that's how
did.
confident he was that his life was clean. Completely.
Well, that's how confident he was that he had it covered up.
And they did follow him, and they followed him to his mistress's house.
That's right.
In today's world, though, Gary says, what about it?
I remember the picture in the
How hot
ocean.
she is.
Right? Wasn't she sitting on something in the ocean, like a pier or something thing? And
I don't know. I don't remember that part.
I remember nighttime, him coming out of the house or something, right?
Yeah.
It's great.
Turned out he was having an affair. Why would you say that when you're having an affair with someone? Same thing with Joe Biden. Why would you say it when, we see you every day. We see you every day.
Watch me.
Watch me. So here's Democrat caucus chair Pete Aguilar.
Are talking consistently about former President Trump and not advocating for President Biden, saying he's the guy who has to beat Donald Trump.
Right now, President Biden is the nominee, and we support the Democratic nominee.
Oh, really? What a
Wow.
That's stunning.
That's a strong
That's
backing.
a full-throated
endorsement right there.
Huh?
Wait, the Democrat Party is supporting the Democrat this time? Huh. Their only other option really is the communist, which is usually one and the same.
Yeah.
As we've mentioned, Joe Biden was endorsed by the Communist Party in 2020.
Yeah, they didn't even run anybody.
They didn't run anybody.
Didn't need to.
Yeah, we don't need to. We got him. He's more communist than Karl Marx. This is perfect. All right. And here's Representative Cori Bush.
Congresswoman, can you describe the temperature in the room?
Biden right now.
Right now, the same right-wing influences that are trying to take me down are trying to take down President Biden. So that's where my head is. But I'm listening to my colleagues and I'm listening to my constituents. At the end of the day, we got to beat back these right-wing influences.
Come on. Nobody even knows who she is, let alone focus on trying to take her down.
Well, her life's been threatened, remember?
Oh, yeah.
That's why she has to pay for security when we can't have it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you've got and she's making the same point we made yesterday, where they're not talking about we got to do this for America. It's all about beating Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And that was the question that was asked of Aguilar. It's like, you guys just keep talking about beating Donald Trump, and he's just like, he's our nominee. That's our guy. I mean, woo, boy.
Strong statement.
They're on fire over there, huh?
Then there's Representative Steve Cohen.
Are you all on the same page?
No. Are you on the same page?
What do you mean you're not on the same page?
You're not even in the same book. President Biden. What's the outcome of that meeting?
I mean, that party is in disarray.
Same book.
I love it.
Are y'all on the same page? We're not even in the same book.
Love it. Could this be any better?
Oh.
Not really.
No.
Right now? This is fantastic.
I love to see the chaos. I love it.
It's great.
This next thing,
because it's usually Republicans.
Sure is.
Yes,
that are in complete disarray, going in every different direction. And now it's them.
Yeah.
So the shoe's on the other foot.
Good to see.
It's awesome.
Because normally they're in lockstep.
Yep.
So well organized. The machine's ready to go. This next clip, I had Noah. It's about a minute long, but instead I had him just shrink it down. I don't know how long it ended up being here. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, so he's asked 3 different questions, Chuck Schumer, and he gives 3 very similar answers to 3 different questions.
All right.
As I've said before, I'm with Joe. As I've said before, I'm with Joe. As I've said before, I'm with Joe.
That's it. That's all he had. I mean, they are lost.
Wow. Pathetic.
Hysterical.
Yeah. But again, good to see. Fun to see. Senator Michael Bennet didn't sound quite as sure last night on CNN.
My colleague Dana Bash reported that you, Senator John Tester, and Senator Sherrod Brown all said during that lunch that you don't think President Biden can win in 2024. Is that true?
Well, it's true that I said that, and I did say that behind closed doors, and you guys and others asked whether I had said it, and that is what I said. So I figured I should come here and say it publicly.
Why do you think he can't win in November?
I just think this race is on a trajectory that is very worrisome. If you care about the future of this country, Joe Biden was 9 points up at this time. The last time he was running, Hillary Clinton was 5 points up. This is the first time in more than 20 years that a Republican president has been up in this part of the campaign. Donald Trump is on track, I think, to win this election and maybe win it by a landslide and take with him the Senate and the House.
I'll keep whispering sweet nothings in my ear.
Keep doing that one.
Yeah, that's nice.
So the Senate, so the House got together in the morning. The Senate had a lunch, and it sounds like chaos in both rooms.
Yeah, and he was pissed that they.
Leak that information.
Yeah. So at least he had the guts, the giblets, to come on national television and say it openly to everybody. Good for him. Way to face the music.
Yeah.
I like that. Also, somebody who's a little bit negative on Biden right now, James Carville. Guy's really stating how he feels.
All these people that lied to have been lying to us about him for all this time. It's really agonizing now.
Yes, it is. But he believes President Joe Biden will, quote, make the right decision, unquote, and drop out of the race. And I think he's wrong on that. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know, man.
The Democratic strategist joined a growing chorus of insiders calling on Biden to step down from this year's presidential election campaign. After publishing an op-ed in the New York Times, he appeared on News Nation to explain things. He said 50 million people saw that so-called debate.
80. Well, go ahead.
Everybody knows what's going on here. We've seen our parents go through it. So he's not talking about the race at this point.
Right.
He's talking about Joe Biden's cognitive functions.
Yep.
We've seen our parents go through it, our grandparents, our aunts and uncles and neighbors and relatives. This is all a matter of time. Thank you for at least admitting.
Yes.
Because, we've been seeing it for years now, and
you've been disregarding it for the several years.
Making excuses, blaming it on the right, on and on and on. He's going to come, according to Carville, he's going to come to the conclusion that this is just not a good idea, and he's going to resist it, and he's going to listen to his family. It's all the same. We blame the staff. Then we blame the media. Then it's the elites in the Democratic Party. I'm just telling you, it's inevitable. He will come to the conclusion. People will get the message to him. He will understand. His family will understand. They'll pray on it, and they'll make the right decision.
Well,
will they?
No.
In the words of the great Jeff Fisher. Will they?
Yeah, especially the whole pray on it thing. Okay.
Yeah, I know, right.
Okay.
Right.
No problem, James.
They're pretending to be as spiritual as you, Jeffy. When, you're studying your scriptures daily on the way in.
What was today's lesson?
It was just about love and how to treat people correctly.
You're good at that.
Okay.
You're good at that. I said you're good at that. That's all I said.
Just take the compliment.
Right.
Thank you.
Run with
welcome.
it. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
James Carville. Whatever.
Oh, he's just a douchebag, and everybody knows it.
But
I hope he's right. I hope the guy. Of course, I don't know. At this point, I'm not sure what to hope for.
So if he steps down, I mean, I'm talking about not just the re-election, but just doesn't even remain president if he were to resign, and Kamala becomes president. I saw a thing where the House of Representatives has to choose the VP or something, or approve the VP, something like that. It could be very interesting considering the Republican Party controls the House.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
That'd be funny. Yeah.
All right. Let me take a minute and tell you about preborn. Now, we've talked about this in the past. I mean, if America was aborting a bunch of puppies, wouldn't there be a lot of people up in arms? You'd never hear the end of this. They'd be screaming bloody murder over that.
Absolutely.
Puppies. You can't abort puppies. What kind of animal cruelty is that?
Oh, yeah.
But it's fine.
The airlines can't fly monkeys from islands in here to the testing facilities. That can't happen.
Do you know that this was, I think, in the 2000s, Whole Foods stopped selling live lobster because it was too painful to ship them. They thought they were going through some kind of chaos or disorder in their minds. And it was too painful. Right. And so they stopped selling live lobster for a while. I don't know if they still do or what, but that's how our priorities are screwed up.
No kidding.
Don't worry about the fact that over 1 million human babies were aborted last year. Well, Preborn does worry about it, and that's what they try to do something about it. And they show expectant mothers who are in this crisis and probably being encouraged by just about everybody in their lives to have this abortion. They show these mothers the ultrasound, and it makes a huge difference.
It has to.
About 80% of the time.
My wife is going to be a grandmother again.
Oh, wow. It's interesting how you've escaped being a grandfather.
Well, it's just that she's happy to have the fourth grandchild come along.
Okay.
And the pictures are that's the baby.
Yeah.
It's the whole
thing. You put them up
on
the fridge.
Yes, it's amazing.
Show them to your coworkers. I mean, it's obnoxious, right?
It is.
But it's awesome. It's also fantastic. So if you can donate $28, that buys one woman, a free ultrasound. About $140 takes care of 5 ultrasounds. So whatever you can do would be so greatly appreciated. It's preborn.com/Pat. Go there. Or you could just dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. Or again, preborn.com/Pat.
That gray is unleashed.
So the Wall Street Journal published this yesterday. During a fundraiser at the Four Seasons in New York in June 2023, Biden spoke for 5 to 10 minutes and then took a few questions, said attendees who bought a ticket. They were struck by how fragile he seemed.
Over a year ago.
At one point, Biden couldn't recall the word for veteran.
Oh, that seems appropriate.
That sure does.
The president asked the group to help him find the word, saying he wanted to refer to a person who had served in the Army or Navy.
Oh, my word.
Oh, my God.
So not
Why
only
are we just hearing about this now?
Right.
Because they all covered it up. They all BS protected the whole thing.
It was a fundraiser.
Yeah.
And now
we heard about the other fundraiser where he froze up and they had to sit him down for the rest of the fundraiser.
Right.
Amazing how we heard about that after the debate.
And that's not the freeze up that Obama carted him off the stage.
Correct.
I mean, it's all these fundraisers.
Not the freeze up at the Juneteenth celebration.
Right. Jeez. Yeah.
We had a report, and I don't know how, it just went away that they had some kind of a medical emergency on Air Force One the other day. But then it just went away.
I haven't heard that.
It just went away. So, it didn't exist. It didn't happen.
We don't know for sure it was the president, though.
I mean, that's what the first reports were.
Interesting.
But, is it true? I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
who knows?
I mean, they definitely
Wouldn't
don't
be surprising.
want to. No, it would not. That's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how he. I'm happy that he's staying in, but I don't know how he does it.
Right. What a time
honestly,
to be alive in America, man.
Yeah, there's been nothing like this. And so we'll see. And we'll see. And again, I don't know who to root for. I mean, will Kamala Harris? I just saw supposedly a poll that Kamala Harris leads Donald Trump
by 1.
No way.
That seems impossible to believe.
Yeah, the poll said if the election was held yesterday,
she'd beat him by a point.
By 1 point. 44 to 43.
And this is the fear that I have is that anybody not Trump or Biden is brand new. Oh, let's see. You know what? We haven't had a presidency under, in this case, Kamala Harris. Yeah, I'll give this a shot. Right. That's scary. That's dangerous territory. I say at this point, I hope they leave Biden in. That's your best chance to get Trump in is leave Biden in.
Okay, so here's the thing. The longer he waits, that's the less time we have to hear from Kamala, right? So that goes to your point of her beating Trump. So get him out. And let's hear how, what less than competent Kamala is.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time.
You're right.
Right? The significance of the passage of time.
The less
so when you think about it, there is great significance to
Yes.
the passage of time in terms of what we need to do to lay these wires, what we need to do to create these jobs. And there is such great significance to the passage of time when we think about a day in the life of our children.
Let's say that they actually decide to hold off until the Democrat convention. That means on August 22nd, you're going to have your Democrat nominee. And to Jeffy's point, that's only 2.5 months of getting to know this person or having these risky public events. And again, to the point we were talking about yesterday, the money that's been donated to the Biden-Harris campaign still gets to stay with her if she's the nominee as opposed to starting over.
At the current rate. At the discounted rate for a candidate. Whereas you can't just transfer that money to anybody. Gavin Newsom comes into the fray. You got to give that to the Democratic National Committee. And then they decide where to distribute it.
Right.
And they don't get the discounts because they're not a candidate.
Advertising discounts.
Right. Right. So the TV revenue and all that kind of stuff. So, but what this does do is again show how weak the Democrat Party is. They got nobody.
No,
who are you going to turn to? You're going to turn to Kamala Harris? They have to. Really, they almost have to. You went with your DEI candidate, and now you're stuck.
Now you're stuck with it.
Yep.
There you go.
You pass her up, and there's going to be a firestorm.
Right.
So
and she's. I mean, I don't know what you're doing this afternoon, Pat, but she's in town. She's in Dallas today.
Like I have
Where's
to
she
be
gonna
told
be?
that.
She's going to be at the Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center.
Oh,
that's right here.
Speaking at.
Oh
no, that's the convention. That's the one here in Irving. That's not Kay Bailey. Kay Bailey's downtown Dallas.
You sure?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Because she's going to be speaking at the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, and man, that'll be good.
Was she?
I love Venn diagrams.
Is she a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority?
Sure.
Okay, you're right. Downtown.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's.
I don't need her that close.
No, we don't need her road blockage here in Irving. I'll tell you that. Stay in Dallas.
Road blockage, like anybody's going to show up. It's not going to create any more
she's the vice president.
Than normal.
I don't know about that.
It's not.
She shuts it down.
No.
They shut down roads for her. She's the vice president.
Yeah, they will shut down roads, but there's nobody
afternoon.
traveling on them to get there, so it'll be fine. It's just your
afternoon,
usual downtown traffic.
That place is going to be packed. 20,000.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Okay. Let's see.
And 90% of them will be SEIU employees bust in.
Well, whatever.
We should have a little bet here. Will it be closer to 20,000 or 0?
How many does it hold there?
I think 20,000 at Kay Bailey.
Is it that many? Wow. That's a lot.
That is.
That's a pretty good-sized convention center.
I mean,
9,816.
There you go.
That's it.
Okay. So it's already closer to 0.
It's already.
I win.
I thought it was bigger. I thought it was more people in there than that.
No. So yesterday, Kamala expressed sympathy with the anti-Israel protesters who've been staging campus encampments in colleges around the country, while adding that she doesn't agree with all their positions, but they are showing exactly what the human emotion should be. What does that mean?
Oh no! What does
that even mean? The anti-Israel protesters are showing exactly what the human emotion should be. What, hatred for Israel?
I guess so. Yeah.
Is that what the emotion should be?
Certainly that's
weird comment.
That's certainly what she means.
I think so.
Yeah. 100%.
Bizarre. She noted, however, that there are some of the protesters are saying what I absolutely reject, so I don't mean to wholesale endorse their points, but we have to navigate it. I understand the emotion behind it.
What is it that you reject, Kamala, Madam Vice President?
I don't know. She did the same thing back in 2020 with the riots. She was helping raise funds to get people out of jail.
Yes, she was.
And she said this?
They're not going to stop. And everyone beware, because
Remember
they're
how
not
violent
they
were?
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
And they should not. So just keep those violent protests coming. Set things on fire, overturn vehicles, just break windows,
destroy businesses. And by the way, Madam Vice President, what is it again? Did you disagree with?
Yeah, I'd like to know. I really would. I mean, if that was Donald Trump saying something similar, they'd try to prosecute him for it.
Yeah,
they'd try to put him in prison for it, for inciting violence.
Yep.
But for her, it's perfectly fine. All right. Also had this interesting opinion piece from Brendan Buck. This was on, I think, MSNBC's site. It's Joe Biden versus the world. And while that's not great, it may be the last best hope for the president. Biden is enduring one of the worst periods of political turmoil imaginable, facing serious questions about his fitness for office from the media, furious Democratic lawmakers, and party donors. His response has ranged from clumsy to insulting, further provoking those who badly want to defeat Donald Trump. But Biden may have accidentally stumbled upon a way forward. In a Trumpian move, the president is now presenting himself as an underdog taking on the Washington elite. You notice that, too? He's actually said the elites are after me right now. So he is trying to utilize that tactic.
I don't know that will work.
Yeah, and these are the same elites. I just love how history plays out sometimes. These are the same elites that they gave you this position, and now they can't get rid of you. It's kind of entertaining.
He says, never mind that polls show voters have long had concerns about Biden's age. Americans like a candidate with a chip on their shoulder. And whether it's real or a put-on, Biden has long thrived in that role. Indeed, suddenly this week, the president appears to give a damn. I have serious doubts about Biden's ability to run a campaign and serve 4 more years. And there is obvious reason to be skeptical that he'll be able to effectively communicate a winning message, even if he's hit upon one. But with every passing hour, Biden is more likely to remain the Democratic nominee. He holds all the cards, and he is dug in. It is untenable to have members of his party publicly questioning his fitness for much longer. Staying in the race is an enormous bet for Biden and the country. Thank you, some Democratic operative, for at least mentioning the country.
Right.
But to have a fighting chance, you need to be able to fight, and Democrats can only hope their antagonism has finally awoken Biden to the battle he faces. Again, we'll see. It's incredible. But some of these Democrats are now starting to be honest. George Stephanopoulos, who just did that interview with Biden, was accosted on the street. We can't play it because we'll get sued if we do. But there was a guy who approached him as Stephanopoulos has headphones in. Yeah, he's got his head down. He's looking at his phone while he's walking down the sidewalk in New York, I suppose.
He's just walking the street.
Yeah. Dressed very casually. Yeah. It's not like he's ready for work or anything. And somebody comes up to him and says, hey, what do you think? Do you think Biden should step down? You've talked to him more than anybody else lately. And since the phone is not pointed at Stephanopoulos, he's, I think, surreptitiously recording this, right? Yeah. Stephanopoulos doesn't seem to know that he's being recorded because you can't see him in the shot. But you can hear him say, I don't think he can serve 4 more years. And then he walks on. And so, very honest response. And I don't think he was aware he was being recorded. But it's nice to see, there's some honesty there among the Democrats. And make no mistake, George Stephanopoulos is not a non-biased reporter.
No question.
He was an operative for the Clintons, in fact.
Yeah, a lot of people forget that.
You do forget that, don't you?
He was part of that young startup 1992 campaign in Carville.
And shut all of them down. Shut all of those women down with Hillary Clinton coming after them.
Oh,
he shut them all down going after Bill.
Right. We definitely forget that part.
I thought the Democrat Party was the party for women. Women's rights, right?
Yeah.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Liberalism causes truth blindness. Tweets. Sometimes Jeffy looks like a businessman, and sometimes he looks like a homeless hippie. What's that all about?
There's been times.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Exactly.
You know
what? Don't worry about
Thank you. Don't worry about what I wear. Okay. New Hampshire Pathead. You can throw out the record books. Needs to be a future bingo square. Yeah, well, that could happen. I could see that happening. Trump's golf cart card. Joe's cognitive issues are caused by dementia. Kamala's are from falling out of a coconut tree.
Yeah.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
No, but I think
weird.
you did. The pickled squirrel. So what Kamala is saying is that there are good people on both sides of the protest. Did I get that right? I think you did, yeah. Fury and Energy. I firmly believe Kamala beats Trump in the current election system with its security protections.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but I certainly believe it. From Flensborg B.
That's disheartening.
The Biden administration have been great for rent-a-crowd businesses. They are doing something for the job market. Absolutely.
Yeah, there are also people have been sending me job listings of to show up at these pro-Hamas protests too.
Oh, really?
But I thought they were organic.
That's what he's talking about.
Organic. No, that's the crowd getting paid to go see Kamala, getting paid to go. I mean, it must be nice if that's your job to just go and stir up crap.
Yeah.
Get a bus ride, show up.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you. Time to go.
Yep. No, I'm up. I'm only getting paid till 6. You know.
All right. Let's get to chewing the fat with Jeffy.
His moves are great for the athletically overweight. No fat shaming here, the promise is sincere. He definitely didn't cheat in that armadillo race. He just encouraged the deal, pick up the pace. He may be round, but the F is flat. So have a seat, let's chew the fat.
Some funny lines, though.
Fury and Energy.
Funny lines.
Mm-hmm.
This is one reason that I certainly love America. A company is rolling out ammo vending machines in grocery stores across the U.S. 6 are already in operation. They opened the first one up back in November in Alabama, and since they've opened, they've got 4 in Oklahoma, 1 in Texas, with obviously plans for more in Texas and Colorado. The CEO said the company has over 200 store requests for ARM units, AARM units, covering approximately 9 states. American Round says its AI-powered ARM units use ID scanners and facial recognition technology before allowing a transaction to be made. This ensures, of course, that the individual is of legal age and that they are who they represent themselves to be. And I was thinking, well, I mean, people just take a tow truck and pull it out of the store. The machine weighs up to about 2,000 pounds. He said they're well secured from theft. Unlike a red box, they're only placed inside stores and never outside. You can get shotgun, rifle, and handgun rounds via the machines. I mean, that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
America.
That is America right there, man. That's the American dream right there. I just
love that story so much.
That's awesome. When's the last time you actually wrote a check? Target, that's not really a question, but you think about it, because I can tell you the last time I wrote it is that the state DMV, it's cheaper when you get your license renewed and your state little sticker to pay the king for you to be legal to drive on the road. Mm-hmm. If you use a debit card or a credit card, they charge you more money. If you write a check, they just charge you whatever the king says on his piece of paper.
Sucks.
Okay.
So it's once a year. I find an old checkbook and write them a check.
Interesting, because I saw. Is Is it Target?
Funny. Yes, my gosh. Pat. That's what we're talking about.
How about that?
Is that Target is saying, no more personal checks. We've had enough. Apparently, fewer people are
too few people who do it.
We're not doing it.
Yeah.
But I thought, and it's really, we'll talk a little bit more about what Target is doing, but I honestly thought that, I guess with the new chip machines, you can't slide the check through. But I don't know why you don't just slide the check through to have it through the machine. But whatever, they want us to go cashless anyway. Target is saying, well, you can still pay cash and digital wallets and Snap and EBT and credit and debit cards. And we also have our pay later services. And also, what's nice of them here is that if you have a Target Circle card, you can still pay off your balance mailing checks to Target. They'll take that. So they're not completely done with taking checks. Well, they are at the stores. Have a nice day. The Federal Reserve Financial Services reported that personal checks comprise 3% of payments made in 2023. And that's down from 7% in 2020. So...
yeah, it's dropping precipitously.
Dry your eyes. Yeah. No more checks. No more checks. Hey, today's Chewing the Fat segment is brought to you by Kexi Cookies. Simply the best cookies on the planet. Received an email from one of our listeners, Derek, who wrote, brought me some Kexi cookies, Jeff, and I say that my tongue tried to beat my brains out. And as Tony the Tiger would say, they're great. He also sent 2 pictures.
Nice.
One was a half-eaten cookie. Not going to show that. I mean, that's criminal.
Yeah.
And he sent a pic of his daughter prior to eating her first Kexi cookie. So thank you. Welcome to the family.
Nice.
I don't care who you are. That's sweet and that's nice. Welcome to the family.
You don't care who they are?
I don't care who you are.
You don't care. They're welcome.
Thank you.
To the family.
Kexi.com.
And right now, you can get 15% off your purchase, too.
Before July 14th.
Yeah.
Through July 14th. So, get it in. Just order today.
Jackie brought this. She's always, experimenting with new cookie flavors and things. And so yesterday, she brought home some coffee cake cookies that are just loaded on top with cinnamon. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's delicious, and it's going to be available coming in August.
What do you bring home from work for her? Like a pen that's half empty
once in a while
something?
A pen or a Sharpie.
We got a paper clip stack right over here.
Oh, she loves the paper clips, man. Cool. She goes crazy for those. So anyway,
are we done with the extended version of Kexi cookies?
Yeah, we are.
Commercial break. Kexi.com.
Yeah.
KEKSI.com.
Live it. Get 15% off.
On Saturday, this past Saturday, 4 NASA volunteers emerged from a 3D printed Mars habitat at Johnson Space Center.
Oh, yeah.
378 days in confinement. The crew members simulated the Mars mission inside the 17,000 square foot habitat, which we talked about when they went in. They simulated spacewalks and harvesting vegetables and limited communication from the outside world, which is really interesting because no one really cared. Want to know why? Because the NASA Boeing Starliner is still stuck at the ISS. The Starliner space capsule already been docked at the space station for 3 weeks. Now the commercial crew's vehicle return date and that of the 2 astronauts postponed indefinitely.
Oh, my gosh.
The federal agency runs...
So what they're going to do now, I understand, is a spacewalk with their thumb out.
That's correct.
They're trying to hitchhike. No. Yeah, they're trying to hitch a ride back to Earth.
Elon's going to do it. And Elon will be there. I seriously, I've said this from the last couple of weeks, but I joked about Elon going to get him. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, they keep saying they're not stuck, and I wish people would stop saying they're not stuck. The spacecraft is working well, and they're enjoying their time at the space station. And
Are they?
If there was an emergency, Butch and Suni could just climb onto Calypso, which is what they're calling it, and head back to Earth anytime.
Well,
then why don't they do it?
Because it's not safe.
Thank you.
Yeah, they could do that, but they could die trying to do it. And the problem is that it's a much better possibility than normal, and that's why they don't bring them back right now.
Correct.
What are they, a month or so over do?
Oh yeah,
It's been a long time.
They originally said that they could. They had enough to handle 45 days, and then which would be the 20th or something coming up soon.
Okay. Yep.
Then they've said, oh no, that's fine. They can stay up there a lot longer than that. We're fine. They've been recharging on the ISS, and we can stay up there. In depth. So I mean, it's postponed forever. They're just sitting there stuck. Jeez. I mean, it's amazing, and they're working on
bad.
Helium leaks and malfunctioning thrusters.
It's pathetic that we've let the space program go like this.
It sure is.
Isn't it? I mean, to think what we were doing over 50 years ago and what we can barely do now is inconceivable.
I know.
How is it possible?
I don't know. We're supposed to... They're not stuck, and stop saying that. They are.
Yeah, they're stuck.
They are.
Otherwise, they'd be back.
I mean, this whole time they've been stuck, Elon's been sending off rockets to practice. Let's just go up and get them. Just go.
Right.
Just go. What are we doing?
Right.
It's ridiculous.
And he's got docking capability, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's docked there a couple of times. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go up and get them.
All right, let me take a minute and tell you about My Patriot Supply. You're not going to like this. If you think you're prepared, take a note from millennials and Gen Z. Hate to admit it, but they're doing something right. Research shows they're more prepared than other generations, from their savings accounts to their emergency stockpiles. So you have no excuse. If you're not preparing, you're failing. Get started with My Patriot Supply. Since 2008, My Patriot Supply has helped millions of Americans gear up for emergencies. And today, their popular 4-week emergency food kits, they can't stay out of customers' carts because they're so fantastic. Get yours right now at my website, preparewithpat.com. Preparewithpat.com. Each food kit offers over 2,000 calories every day. Plus, with ultra-durable 4-layer packaging, these can last up to 25 years in storage. Order as many kits as you need and save $50 on every single one that you buy. Free shipping included, too. So, if even if you're one of the younger ones that can sense that something is coming, you know it must be coming soon. If even they understand it, you have no time to waste. Stock up on these essential food kits at preparewithpat.com. That's preparewithpat.com.
That gray is unleashed.
And more Chewing the Fat with Jeffy.
Remember to subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat, available wherever you listen to your podcast, Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. The new dream team for the Olympics is being named. It probably isn't actually the dream team from '92, but the USA basketball roster is taking shape ahead of the Paris Olympics. So LeBron James suiting up for his 4th appearance after missing the 2 most recent summer games. He'll still be tied for the most Olympic appearances of any basketball player and hopes to add to his 2 gold medals. Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Anthony Edwards, one of the younger talents, is going to be on the team as well. The roster, I guess, is finalized as we get closer to the Olympics, which is like 16 days away.
Yeah, it's coming right up.
Yeah.
Something else we haven't talked about is that LeBron James and Bronny, his son, are both on the Lakers now.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty cool.
And is it cool? Is it?
Yes,
yeah.
Son and father, absolutely.
Father-son combo on the same team in the NBA.
Cool.
It's pretty amazing.
That's great, except he doesn't deserve to be there.
Cool.
Okay.
Who doesn't?
Bronny.
How do you figure?
He doesn't deserve to be there. He's not an
How
NBA.
do you figure?
Yeah, what's your...
The only reason he's
judgment?
there is because Dad.
I mean, is he the best prospect in the league? No, probably not. But they say he really raised his stock after graduation, and he did some of these camps and whatever else, trying out for the
If
teams.
he does something stupid on the court, can LeBron Sr., can he send him to his room? Be like,
yes,
chastise him.
I
there
mean,
on the court?
yes, it's cute. It's a cute little thing.
It's fun. We'll see if he makes it in the NBA. We'll see.
Okay.
I mean, he was a top 50 prospect coming out of high school, supposedly. I think like 48.
I wonder why
or
that
something.
would be.
Because his name
What's his name again?
Bronny James. Yeah.
I wonder why that would be. I don't know. Hey, speaking of the NBA, though, I know you just sold your double wide along with the back 40. You did include the back 40.
We did
right?
include the Beavers. Yeah.
Okay, so the Boston Celtics are up for sale.
Oh,
so the
I'll
NBA
just take my
champs are looking
proceeds
to sell a
and,
majority stake.
Maybe buy them.
The current record, they sold the Phoenix Suns.
What could they be? Like
$200,000-$300,000?
Is that what you're paying for the Boston Celtics?
Oh, right now they're valued at $5.1 billion.
$5.1 billion.
So you could probably pick them up for under $6 billion if you get it today.
Okay.
If you put some cash down today. Today they may take under $6 billion.
Well, they take $500 in earnest money. I'll give them $500. Show them how serious I am. I really want to buy your team. Here's $500.
No problem. You're in.
Okay.
Deposit.
It'll get you to the table. They bought that team, this group of investors, in 2002 for $360 million.
Oh my gosh! What year?
2002.
Wow.
That's a little bit that's return on investment.
That's a good ROI.
Yes, it is.
Indeed, it is.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Speaking of spending money and investing in the future, I see where they just auctioned off the Dolly Madison. It is now she sat for this picture in 1846.
Isn't she lovely? Look at that.
And, oh man,
yeah.
You can write your own jokes. She is, she is in a crocheted shawl.
First lady, you're talking about.
One of her famous turbans, which carefully arranged to cover most of her dark curls, and she met the camera with a piercing yet inviting stare.
She saved that George Washington painting.
She's got this little hint of a smile. The global head of Sotheby's photography department, Emily Bierman, said you can tell she was a commanding and venerable woman. That's just nice of saying that she was a bitch. Or, I mean,
no, that's not what they're saying.
Not at all.
No.
Okay, I guess I read that wrong. Anyway, so
you're thinking of you being my bitch.
There you go.
That's what you're thinking of.
And I was not thinking about that, just to be clear. Smithsonian Portrait paid $456,000
That's
for that.
the question.
$456,000.
Yeah. Are you coming in tomorrow?
Okay.
Yeah, you and I are filling in for the Glenn Beck radio show.
But will you be here early for this show?
You know the answer to that, Pat Gray.
What's the answer,
You
Jeffy?
know the answer
What's
to
the answer,
that
Jeffy?
question.
They paid $456,000
for the picture?
For that, yes.
Who did?
The
Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, in 2017, they paid $360,000 for the oldest president photograph, John Quincy Adams.
Okay.
Which is, that's a great shot of John right there. That's
he looks formidable as well, doesn't he?
Venerable.
He does.
Jeez.
He does.
Wow.
He does. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, that's
it's
cool
a daguerreotype, which is a direct positive process.
Okay.
Some weird way to take a picture. It's great.
You didn't answer him, are you? Or are you not his bitch?
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for joining us. 888-900-3393. So yesterday, members of the Biden administration were out defending the cadaver in chief. Here was John Kirby doing just that.
The president that I see every day, including yesterday a couple of times in the Oval Office,
vigorous,
is robust. He's lucid. He's clear. He's direct, and he's in command of the context and the information. I mean, he was asking me questions yesterday about events in Europe that I simply didn't have the answers for.
Didn't know the answer.
I had to go back and come back to him with some answers. I mean,
he keeps using
that's
that
the
line.
president that I see every day. That's the commander-in-chief that I've been serving the last 2.5 years.
She did CNN, the news chick on CNN doesn't even believe it.
Right. Yeah.
Ask him. You know what? Here's a question to ask John Kirby. John, obviously you work out quite a bit. I mean, you got this big chest, going there. You get Joe in the gym with you?
Does Joe ever just rub your...
He can't keep up with him in the gym.
Right.
He can't keep up with him.
John can't keep up with Joe?
No, right.
I bet, yeah.
Right. But Joe's benching like 800 pounds. Kirby can barely do 250.
But to Jeffy's point, they don't work out together anymore because John couldn't get a good rhythm going because Joe kept coming over and feeling his bicep.
Really.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my gosh! Hang on, you just reminded me. We got a clip of KJP about that very thing. Anyway.
Okay. Oh, did they ask him about the?
You'll get to it. I'm sorry, it's in there.
Kirby was also asked about Joe's bedtime.
Something we saw last week is CNN is reporting that Biden told Democratic governors that part of his plan going forward after the debate was to stop scheduling events after 8 p.m. so that he could get more sleep. From a national security perspective,
that's incredible.
Can any president be effective if they have a cutoff time at 8 p.m.?
Yes, Calvin Coolidge did.
Well, I think the White House denied those claims and that reporting, Kate. But let's set that aside for a second.
Set it aside.
He's the president of the United States, commander-in-chief, and that's a 24-hour job.
24-hour job
a week. And from my experience here, and I've seen it firsthand on the road
10 to
here
4.
in Washington, D.C.
He's up from 10 to 4.
If the national security team needs to get to the president, they get to the president. And it doesn't matter what the hour on the clock says.
Does anybody buy that at all?
I mean, yes.
Come on.
His description is what the president is supposed to be.
His young team of Marxists are the president, and he checks in every now and then.
You remember the Hillary Clinton ad from 2008?
It's 3 a.m. and your children are safe and asleep.
It's 3 a.m.
There's a phone in the White House and it's
ringing. Right.
Something's happening in the world.
Oh, no.
Your vote will decide who answers that call.
Right. Okay. So there's a new ad along those lines that just came out about Joe Biden. It's 4:03 in the afternoon. Your children are at their music lessons and sporting events. Traffic hasn't reached its peak yet because most adults are still at work. But there's a phone in the White House, and it's ringing. Could someone answer the freaking phone, please? But Joe Biden is sleeping soundly after putting the lid on a long 45-minute day and going to bed at 10:45 a.m. By now, he's loaded his pants for the third time. Finally, the incessant ringing arouses him from his deep slumber. Goodbye? No, Mr. President. Remember, you start a phone conversation with hello. Right. Hello? Yeah. Well, what do you want me to do about it? Do you know what time it is? Jill! She's my sister. What time is it? It's 4:04! My sister says it's 4:04. Look, I've defeated Medicare finally. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum. Anyway, I've said too much. Let me put it this way. I'm not wearing any pants right now. Don't jump. It's now 4:05 in the afternoon. There's a phone in the White House, and it's ringing. Who do you want to answer it? Jill! You're a doctor. Why can't you cure my jet lag?
This message approved by Joe Biden.
Wow, that's a lot going on in the White House.
So much going on.
A lot going on.
Can I just say that the fact that he didn't know to say hello, that's on the White House staff for not putting a card next to the phone.
Thank you.
Because we learned yesterday that you have to tell the man every single syllable and every step that he's going to take.
That's not what John Kirby said.
Right. That is not what. I think the White House has denied that. Well, of course they have. They deny everything.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
But yeah, just keep that in mind. If you have to call the White House, Joe's off the clock at 4:00.
You're right.
And completely shut down at 8, right? I mean, no events past 8 and nothing.
Even admitted he's going to go to bed by 8.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I noticed he shuffled out of the NATO thing. We'll get to those clips as well at 6 o'clock last night.
And that's what I don't understand either. Like KJP with her 10-minute thing denying that he's seen a doctor. Biden said he saw a doctor when he talked to Snuffleupagus. He said, I saw a doctor. They checked me for COVID, and they checked me to see if I had some kind of infection, and it was just a bad cold. Was that just a vid check-in, too? I mean, I don't understand.
Uh-oh.
There's a phone in the studio.
Oh, no.
And it's ringing.
Hello?
Can somebody answer the freaking phone?
Sorry.
Please.
I've been busy doing a show. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I'm good now. We're good. So,
good.
Hold on. I just saw Biden's schedule pop up on the screen today, and it said 8 o'clock Eastern, NATO dinner at the White House. Uh-oh. Tonight's going to be fun. He better hope there's not a microphone.
Well, I mean, we've got the NATO stuff. I mean, it is the 75th anniversary of NATO, right? So they're all in town to celebrate, and they've got Zelensky there begging for more money and saying that they need.
Seriously, is he there again?
Yes, and he's saying that you got to get this done before November. He's nervous as hell that Trump's going to be elected.
That's exactly. He's saying it doesn't matter what month it is. We've got to get this done.
Here's the thing: Ukraine is not a NATO nation.
They may as well be now.
Yeah. Oh, he made it very clear yesterday.
Yeah.
But we still have more on this Ducey talking to KJP stuff about this bedtime thing. Hang on, I'm doing a show. So you got to see this. This is a great. He asked a great question.
Here's Peter Ducey asking KJP.
Well, he also said he's sharpest before 8 p.m. So say that the Pentagon at some point picks up an incoming nuke. It's 11 p.m.
Incoming nuke, 11 p.m.
Who do you call? The First Lady?
Who do you call?
He has a team that lets him know of any news that is pertinent and important to the American people. He has someone that is decided, obviously, with his National Security Council on who gets to tell him that news.
I see. Okay.
Again, so it's going to be just like you just demonstrated.
Might be. Yeah.
Wow.
If a nuke comes in after hours, y'all figure it out.
Well, it won't.
I'm sure they won't do that because it's not fair. It's just not fair.
Let the man rest.
Yeah. Any nukes that are launched toward us will happen between 10 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, play by the Geneva rules.
Right.
Okay.
Right. It's a war crime if you do it after 4 in the afternoon.
Right. I would like to point out that Calvin Coolidge slept between 11 and 12 hours a night. But you know what? He wasn't tinkering trying to remake America. He was...
Right.
Never mind.
No, he was getting the economy back on track. He was lowering taxes. He was
didn't need
increasing employment. I mean, the guy was phenomenal.
Yes.
But KJP reminds us what's important about Joe Biden.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I think him being out there and them and Americans seeing him directly, being able to touch him and ask him questions and see him face to face.
You touching him?
Think that
you have the
matters.
chance?
And so, look, we're going to continue to move forward and do what we have to do.
And touch him. No, thank you.
Wow. Yeah, it's so reassuring when you see him, isn't it?
It is.
And when you touch him.
He's the one doing the touching, by the way.
Right.
For everyone.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So Joe went to the NATO 75th birthday gathering where he discussed
Ukraine's culture.
Okay.
Wait.
Destroy Ukraine's culture.
Ukraine's
so smooth.
That's the stuttering. Leave him alone.
Destroy Ukraine's culture.
No, stuttering is where you
That's
can't.
The stuttering.
You start saying a word and it is not quite working. He's doesn't know the right word is the problem there.
Destroy Ukraine's culture.
Ukraine's culture. Yeah. And he reassured us that Ukraine was at the front of the line for U.S. military equipment, and that's what I was hoping to hear. Okay, I want them at the front of the line, right?
Well, they're already there.
I want them ahead, certainly, of Israel, and absolutely ahead of America.
Oh yeah,
we don't need to be in line for weapons. Nobody would ever attack us. Right?
Oh, not after 4.
We got
not after 4.
Volodymyr Zelensky's on the line, Joe. Do you have something you want to say to him?
The United States will make sure that when we export critical air defense interceptors, Ukraine goes to the front of the line.
Okay. Good. I mean, you watch this speech. The man's going to get us into World War III before the end of his term.
He wants it.
We will be at war with Russia if this man continues. Well, He will.
He's trying.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch Joe give an award to the head of NATO. Okay. He can't turn away from the teleprompter.
This is awesome.
Secretary, you've guided this alliance through one of the most consequential periods in its history.
The guy standing right there. Look at him. Look at him.
You're talking to your wife. I personally ask you to extend your service.
Look at him.
Wait, what?
What?
Forgive me.
Look at the man.
And you put your own plans on hold.
Wow.
When the Russian war in Ukraine began,
you
didn't hesitate.
And right back.
Today,
look how close
NATO
the
is stronger,
teleprompter is.
That's true.
Smarter and more energized.
Wow.
Than when you began. And 1 billion people across Europe and North America.
What are you getting pissed about?
Indeed, the whole world.
You give him an award. Don't yell at him.
For years to come.
He's talking to
in the
him.
form of security, opportunity, and greater freedom. For these reasons, I'm pleased to award you the highest civilian honor the United States can bestow.
Wait, what?
Listen.
Presidential Medal of Freedom. Ask the military.
He started to say, ask the military.
Come forward.
Military, come forward.
He was reading the instructions again.
Yep. But that whole thing was, he was talking to the head of NATO.
Yeah.
But just staring at the teleprompter the whole time.
Hey, we're giving the head of NATO the American Medal of Freedom. Get out of here.
I know.
Get out of here.
This thing has gotten so out of control with NATO, Ukraine, all of this stuff is just completely out of control.
That's embarrassing.
Wow, man. Pretty soon, the teleprompter is going to be right here as giving his speeches.
Hey, wait. But the camera. But you can't see the camera.
It's going to be Jill. It's going to be Jill out there, and he's just going to be standing there. And Joe wants me to tell you this.
Okay, you got to see. Let's do the next thing, please.
Yeah, just like Edith Wilson.
Yeah.
Edith Wilson was doing the same thing for the last 2 years of his administration because he had that massive stroke and he was an invalid and essentially a vegetable for the last 2 years of his life. Nobody did anything about it then either.
Mm-hmm.
Should have invoked the 25th Amendment.
The times are different now, though, right? I mean, we do know a little bit more. I know, but
are they, though?
Didn't have cameras everywhere.
Yeah, but
that's the biggest difference here.
He's still in office. I mean, we all saw what we saw, and everybody knows they saw it. Mm-hmm. They heard it. They saw it. We continue to hear it and see it every single day. And the man is still in office.
That's true.
How's it even possible?
I don't know. And it's possible because they continue to lie.
Right.
And they continue to lie to our faces every day.
So then we have Maze Moore.
Yeah, great account.
Twitter account that posts old political videos. Here is one they posted yesterday reminding us of an important message. This is great.
Hi, my name is Beau Biden, Attorney General of the state of Delaware. I'm here to talk to you about something that's very important to me and to my office, senior abuse. For every one of these types of crimes that's reported to our office, 5 go unreported.
Oh, my goodness.
But 2 million senior Americans are affected every year.
Yeah.
And 80% of these crimes are committed by family members against their so-called loved ones. We need your help. Seniors need your help. So if you suspect that anyone is affected by any of these crimes, please contact our elder abuse hotline.
I really hope you're watching this on Blaze TV. Oh.
That is freaking genius.
And Jill Biden screaming at the camera while the old man is off in who knows where.
What are the odds that during his life, Beau Biden recorded an elder abuse ad?
I know.
Oh, my God.
And there you go. Maze Moore rocks.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Here we are, America.
Before he died in Iraq.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah, right. Serving the country. And he died on the front lines.
Yeah, he sure did.
Right.
Sad.
In Iraq. Mm-hmm. Yep. They shot him full of cancer on the front lines. So weird. I mean, I'm just so done with all this. I can't pretend anymore that I'm sympathetic to any of their cause. Mm-hmm. I just lost all my sympathy for the Biden family.
Well, really deservedly so.
The entire family needs to be behind bars. Everybody. Yep. Everybody associated with getting money, moving it to different shell accounts, corporations, this stuff. Every single one of them need to be behind bars. Joe,
James,
Hunter, James, all the all the in-laws.
Tito, Marlon, Jermaine.
Throw away the key.
The entire Biden family.
ABC's overrated. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Throw them behind bars.
Yep.
Take that.
Yep. All right, let me tell you about Patriot Mobile. Patriot Mobile is America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. They are awesome, too. Glenn and his team at Patriot Mobile have been great supporters of this show. It's one of the many reasons I love them, and I'm proud to partner with them. They really put their money where their mouth is. They put your money, actually, where your mouth is, because they take a portion of the bill and they invest it in causes that are important to them and to you. They're pro-life people. They're pro-secure border people. And when you switch to Patriot Mobile, you're sending the message that you support free speech, religious freedom, sanctity of life, the Second Amendment, and our military, veterans, and first responders, too. They have 100% U.S.-based customer service, so that makes switching really easy. Keep your number, change your number, keep your phone, or switch it out, whatever you want to do. Their team will help you find the best plan to suit your needs and your budget. Just go to patriotmobile.com/Pat or call 972-PATRIOT. You'll get free activation when you use the offer code PAT. Join me. Make the switch today to patriotmobile.com/Pat. patriotmobile.com/Pat or 972-PATRIOT.
Pat Gray Unleashed. Missed an episode? Catch up anytime, anywhere podcasts are found. Pat Gray will be right back.
Welcome. 888-900-3393. Our favorite First Lady of all time. She's so terrific. Jill Biden.
Oh.
Yeah. Jill was at an event yesterday.
First of all, doctor.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you for that reminder. Dr. Jill Biden.
Thank you.
Took some time off her surgical schedule, saving lives, and went to an event. Here's what happened there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the First Lady of the United States, Jill Biden, accompanied by the Secretary of Education, Miguel Cardona, and the 2020 and 2021 National Teachers of the Year, Tabitha Rossproy and Juliana Urtubey.
The hell is this? Oh, this is old? Oh, this was...
Is it?
Circulating yesterday like it was new. No wonder they were honoring people from 3 years ago.
So this isn't the song that was created for her?
Mask. You got a mask. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, this is...
I had heard...
way old.
Everybody's making a big deal about the song, like this being the song.
that was the one that the Marine Corps created for her.
I had heard that they asked to have one created.
Yeah, they did.
For her.
Right.
And that then they said, no, we're not going to use it because they even felt it was too far, which I found incredible that they even thought it was too far.
Yeah,
because how many times have you thought to yourself, he gets that damn hell to the chief every time he shows up. Why don't I have my own song?
Yeah, that was the thing that was reported, right?
Why don't I have my own song?
Do you know that when I walk into a room, no music plays?
Right, that can't be.
Not my own theme,
Imagine
not
thinking
anybody else's.
That's what she's thinking.
You should.
Yeah.
You should just
I know. Well, there we go.
That should have been her theme song.
This should be Joe and Jill's
Yeah, no
theme.
kidding.
And the entire Democrat Party. Anytime a Democrat walks into the room, they should hear this. Jeez.
So I don't know what that song was. Maybe that was it. I don't know what it sounds like. I have no idea. I don't remember ever hearing it before. I just remember reading that they had commissioned it and then took it back.
You talk about an
Well, apparently the band, the Marine Corps band, has in its repertoire an original composition titled Fanfare for the First Lady.
Okay, is that new? I mean, that's the one that they created
That's her
specifically
personal
for her?
hail to the chief.
Okay.
Yeah. Supposed to be performed and repeated at White House official White House functions from whatever appearance she makes next until she's ready to speak. This is what they're going to be playing. But that wasn't it.
Right. Okay.
That's not it. But a lot of people think that's it. That isn't it.
But Okay, so if we hear it, then it's actually happening. But I mean, it would surprise me that they would think that something like that is too far. When I heard that they decided that they thought, oh no, even that's too far. She can't have her own music. Please, she's Joe Biden, Dr. Joe Biden.
Yeah. And if she's taking time from her surgical schedule to show up at White House functions,
yeah, but she gets a song.
She deserves a song.
That's right. Some respect. Yeah.
These people are such egomaniacs.
They love themselves.
Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, do they love themselves?
It's so unbelievable. It's not unbelievable. It really, it's just amazing.
At this point, yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah, nothing shocking.
Yet another thing.
I know.
Just yet another thing to hate about them. But hey, how about this surprise? Other world leaders have noticed that Joe Biden has some problems.
What?
Yeah.
Come on now.
I thought they all fell down and worshipped at his feet.
I mean, after that last event in Europe when they took turns babysitting him, and they were still busy covering up for him, and then his show at the debate. Now he's free. It's free range. They all could screw off.
Ian Bremmer, who's the president of the Eurasia Group, revealed that several world leaders have noticed Joe Biden's increasing deterioration and have been concerned about his ability to serve.
Have they?
Yeah.
Have they been concerned about it?
Where's this been?
Yeah.
Why haven't you talked about it then before? Of course, here's the thing. This pissed me off yesterday, and then I thought, well, that's not their responsibility. That's ours.
Right. That's true.
That's not the job of the other world leaders to say, hey, you know what? Your guy he's going down here fast. You should see this guy in meetings.
Yeah, why don't you shut up?
I know.
Stanny.
That's our responsibility to say, you know what? Look at this guy. He can't do this job anymore. But we don't.
Right.
We don't. So, according to Ian Bremmer, they don't think he can serve another 4 years. And I will say that is true of every leader I've met with that's attending the NATO summit. Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
Here we are.
Dinner should be great tonight.
Yeah, right?
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. 888-900-3393. We got to make a correction because that was Jill Biden's fanfare for the
that
first
actually
lady.
Was the music?
This happened clear back in 21.
October.
October of 2021. I guess they claim that the Marine Corps just came up with this.
Yeah, they wanted to honor the first lady.
Wanted to honor her,
and they just presented this.
Sure. And she didn't come to him and say,
"No, she did not.
I did my own song.
Yeah,
my husband has a song. Why don't I have a song?"
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that Jackie or is that Jill?
No, that was Jill.
Oh, that was Jill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackie's voice is incredibly sweet.
Oh, it is.
Melodic.
Yeah.
In comparison.
Demonstrate,
it, please.
Well, like
that's a Joe Biden voice.
But
Burr, I'm cold. It's cold, Burr.
You see the difference?
I do.
You see the difference?
Yeah, it's very sweet. You're right.
Very sweet.
I apologize.
I was getting ready to call the White House to get confirmation on this First Lady song, but I realized that they're not open for business till 10 a.m. Is that right?
No, there's nobody there.
So, right. Yeah. So the phone is just going to keep ringing. Nobody's going to pick up for a while. Probably.
He just hung up. It's still ringing.
Oh, sorry.
He's not at the White House though, so.
No
I
one
just
is
let
home.
it ring for 2.5 more hours.
It's 7:37 in the morning. There's a phone at the White House, and it's ringing. But no one's going to pick up because Joe Biden is fast asleep. Actually, it's 8:37 in the morning Eastern time.
Right.
And there's a phone in the White House, and it's ringing.
Joe Biden is still asleep.
90 minutes and let this thing ring in my ear. I will wait y'all out.
Now they disconnect after a while.
Sure,
that is true.
Yeah, that is true.
They don't let you hang out like that anymore.
So anyway, play the Hail to the First Lady thing again.
Fanfare
for the First Lady.
First Lady, yeah.
Because it was so good.
Listen to this.
That is awesome.
That's gonna be an Infinity commercial pretty soon.
Yes. Have you heard a worse theme? Is it possible to do something worse than that? Come on.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
They should be embarrassed.
Start that again. Because if a song could say I'm gay, it would be this.
Wow.
Come on. All right, I got it. That's really bad. Really bad. But it was actually, they've only done it twice.
They've only done it twice.
Stopped.
Why was it making the rounds yesterday then? I saw it all over the place.
I have no idea why I was making the round. But the funny thing, the best out of all this was when they asked the First Lady Press Secretary, we didn't ask for it.
Yeah, I love that.
They came and presented us with the option.
Right.
Get
no
out
idea
of my face.
it will be used again and again.
You know, she's such an egomaniac.
Absolutely.
She couldn't handle the fact that
No way that's true.
they play Hail to the Chief and nothing for me.
Oh my gosh.
But there it was.
Yeah.
So bad. Hey, Donald Trump issued a couple of challenges yesterday to Joe. And here they are. Here's what he wants to do with Joe.
So tonight I'm officially offering Joe the chance to redeem himself in front of the entire world.
Yep. Okay.
So Marco and Byron and everybody, here's what we're going to do. You guys can be referees if you like. Let's do another debate this week so that Sleepy Joe Biden can prove to everyone all over the world that he has what it takes to be president. But this time it will be man-to-man, no moderators, no holes barred. Just name the place, anytime, anywhere.
Wow.
And in the debate, Sleepy Joe also declared that he wanted to test his skills and stamina against mine on the golf course. Can you believe this?
Can you believe this?
Did you ever see him swing? He's like this.
Yes, yes.
That's why this evening I am also, and this is in honor of you and everybody here, this is 45,000 people. That's a lot of people. I'm also officially challenging Crooked Joe to an 18-hole golf match right here.
I'd love it. I'd love it.
Because he's at Doral, right?
Doral's Blue Monster, considered one of the greatest tournament golf courses anywhere in the world, one of the great courses of the world. It will be among the most watched sporting events in history. Maybe bigger than the Ryder Cup or even the Masters. And I will even give Joe Biden 10 strokes aside. 10 strokes, that's a lot. That means 20 strokes in case you don't play golf. I will give him 10 strokes aside, and if he wins, I will give the charity of his choice, any charity that he wants, $1 million.
I love this. Let's go. Let's go.
That's great.
I would watch every second of that.
Will anybody ask at the White House if he's going to take him up on that offer?
You know what?
Peter Doocy.
Peter Doocy, like KJP ignored Peter Doocy on Monday, I believe.
Sure did.
Didn't ask him let him ask one question. So yesterday he got it all out. But if he's called on anytime this week, I guarantee you he'll ask that question. That's awesome.
And you know, it's a perfect idea to do the debate this week. That way he doesn't have time to over-prepare for it.
Right.
He won't be too prepared this time.
And he's already started going to bed earlier, so he's got that little extra rest in him.
And as far as I know, he hasn't had a really long jet flight, so there should be no jet lag there. He's over the cold, so that's not an issue. All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Do it. Can you imagine?
Oh, man.
How big that would be? Every American would go. There'd be 330 million viewers for that thing.
It could be.
Yeah, it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. I bet 100 million. I bet you could get a Super Bowl kind of crowd.
Yeah, it'd be more than the debate for sure.
I want to see this so badly.
I think that'd be so great. I'd watch the golf match too. That would be fun.
It'd be awesome.
Of course, he's not going to do either one.
No way. And Joe's talking about carry your bag and carry your bag. He can't carry himself.
Right.
Not carrying a bag around.
You imagine how, he stumbles around now. You put a golf bag on him with a bunch of clubs in it?
No way.
He's going down. He's going face first. There's a phone on the golf course. And it's ringing.
I'm trying to make a tea time for him right now, but can't seem to get an answer.
Well, if you ever want to know who's teaching your children, you can look no further than the NEA, the National Education Association. That's who's teaching your children. And here's the head of that organization, Becky Pringle, who is terrific.
NEA delegates, we can do this work. We must do this work. We get to do this work. We will do this work because our students are depending on us to win all the things. NEA, we have to win all the things.
Don't you understand? They got to win all the things.
All the things.
All the things.
All the things.
Our colleagues are depending on us to win all the things. Keep going, NEA.
What?
To preserve our democracy, we must win all the things. Delegates,
does the NEA have a democracy?
Back. We will keep going forward because we are the NEA. We are the NEA. We are the NEA.
All right.
And that's what we do.
These people are demons. Period.
That's just psychotic.
It sure is, man.
She just wants to win all the things. She just wants to win all the things.
Those are the people that want to teach your kids. That's them right there. Good stuff, huh?
Yeah, that's good.
And a lot of people rightfully said that reminded them of Dwight Schrute's big speech on The Office.
On The Office.
So good.
It reminds me of that Wellstone kid who spoke at his dad's funeral. Remember that?
Paul.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
We will win! We will win! You remember that? At his dad's funeral.
Are unhinged. They
just
get up there,
psychotic.
man, and it's like they're just filled with rage, and there you go.
Yeah.
And
I wonder if I still have that Wellstone funeral. Yeah.
And help us win this election. Paul Wellstone.
It's a funeral, remember.
Will you stand up and keep fighting for social and economic justice? Say yes.
No.
We will win. We will win. We will win.
Okay.
Jeez.
Somebody want to haul this coffin out of here?
But they won't win all the things. They're just going to win that one thing. The NEA is much more ambitious. They're going to win all the things.
They want it all.
And when I want to win all the things, I'm going with the NEA over the Wellstone kid.
Well, yeah, the Wellstone kid. Yeah, they lost that.
Yeah, they did lose that. They did lose miserably.
Dude. Oh,
even though they did that at a funeral, they still lost?
Yeah, he still lost.
Wow.
Yes. Even though he screamed, "We will win," at the funeral.
Wasn't that?
They lost.
See, Norm Coleman, I think, won that, right? And
Who could forget Norm?
Well, he was also talking about the presidential election, too.
Sure.
I think.
Okay.
I think they were going to win.
And then
they're going to win a couple of things. But the NEA was going to win all the things.
I think.
All the things.
Okay, got it.
All the things.
Thank you.
Our colleagues are depending on us
To win
all
the things. Thank you. Thank you.
But that was Al Franken eventually, right? On that seat, I think.
Was it? Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was.
So
Yeah.
They got it back with him.
We miss him now, don't we?
Yeah, boy,
Miss him.
that's amazing what finding ballots in the back seat of a car will do for an election. But
I thought it was in the trunk, first of all. Don't be...
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Dispensing false information again. Oh, my gosh.
Which one? Back seat? Trunk. Okay, they don't know.
All right. You know, there's a silent health threat that affects 1 in 3 Americans. It's an overworked and sluggish liver, which affects your weight, energy levels, clear thinking, productivity, and even sleep. It can also lead to heart problems, and you just don't want that. Our livers are getting bombed every day with GMOs, microplastics, toxins, fluoride, and all of the stuff that you might not even know about. So if you or your husband or your brother or friend feels sluggish, drained, you can't seem to get rid of those extra few pounds, let me recommend trying the Liver Health Formula. It is fantastic. Check out the benefits for yourself. It's a premium supplement designed with 11 clinically proven botanicals to support and detoxify your liver. And it helps you feel revitalized and ready to conquer every single day. This company has already helped more than 2 million people. They can help you too. Here's what their customer Stephanie said about it. In February 2022, I found out I had liver issues. I researched and started taking liver health formula. 6 months later, my doctor was amazed. I lost 20 pounds. My liver is healthier, and I cut sugar and carbs. These supplements definitely helped. Of course, results are not typical, and yours may vary, but there is an exclusive deal for my viewers right now. You can try Liver Health Formula, and as a special offer, receive a free 1-month supply of nano-powered omega-3s with your order. Try Liver Health Formula by going to getliverhelp.com/Pat and claim your free bonus gift. That's getliverhelp.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Oh, okay. So, Piers Morgan, who, I don't know what happened to him. I remember disagreeing very strongly with Piers Morgan on many issues when he was on CNN.
Especially, he was a big anti-gun guy. Right?
Big, yes. And that was the big disagreement.
I think that was our big disagreement with him.
Was that it, though? Because he's pretty conservative, seems like now.
Glenn was on with Piers Morgan last week.
I saw.
Really?
Yeah, Glenn did Pierce's podcast.
Did he really?
Sure did. And Pierce was like, after years and years and years, it's finally happening.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he's been trying to get Glenn for years and years and years?
According to Piers Morgan, he's been trying to get with Glenn for years and years and years.
I'm still holding out. I'm still holding out.
You still holding out?
On Piers, yeah.
Why, man?
Yeah.
I mean,
I just want to make him want
You can't get over
really
that Jacko interview, can you?
I was going to say you had Alex Jones, so obviously,
maybe one day. We'll see. We'll see if we could bury the hatchet and get together with Pierce.
I mean, that's you on Pierce. We're not letting Pierce on this show.
Oh, no.
True.
No.
True.
Oh, okay. We're not going that far.
Anyway, he had Roger Waters on, and they discussed the Israeli hostages. Check this out.
Well, the people were kidnapped.
Yeah. This guy is.
Except the Holocaust survivors and babies were kidnapped.
I don't know about that. I did. I saw one released. In the first set of release, there was somebody who was a Holocaust
Why are you not
survivor.
curious to read about that, though?
Wow. Well, I did. I did read about it.
I mean, a big thing of reading.
There were a number of old people and young people who were released, I don't know, sometime in November.
The baby's never been released.
I beg your pardon.
The baby was never released.
He has no
The baby was
clue.
kidnapped.
Nope.
Never been released.
Doesn't care.
He absolutely doesn't care.
Piers, you may or may not just be making it. I know.
Making it up.
Baby Piers.
Oh my gosh, this guy. There's the baby he's referring to, Kafir Beavis, right?
Jeez. Well, Roger Waters, if you don't even, maybe you don't even know who he is, but he's from Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
He's essentially a communist, and he's absolutely out of his mind crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Such a left-wing kook. He doesn't even believe that there are hostages, or what is he saying there?
I would like to ask him if he denies the Holocaust as well, actually.
Oh,
Now
I bet
that
he does.
Think about it.
Yeah, I'll bet he does.
He's not all there. Oh.
Makes me glad I'm not a Pink Floyd fan.
Uh-huh.
I will say that. I don't like their music. Okay? I'm not one of those who just sat and analyzed Dark Side of the Moon over and over and over and over again. Listening to that album repeatedly. It was on the charts for what? 1,000 years or something?
Forever.
I mean, and I don't get it with Pink Floyd, but some people do. He's just an a-hole, though.
There's no doubt about that.
And Pat,
I may have listened to it a few times.
I bet you may have.
Under the influence.
Under the influence of what? Of what?
Oh, there we go.
Of some substances.
Huh?
Like
what?
what?
Like milk?
Yeah, like milk. That's what it was. Yeah, like
Okay,
milk.
good.
We would sit around with
With a
milk
cold glass of
from
milk?
the carton.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Good stuff.
Pat, we remember yesterday we played the late night shows coming out against Joe Biden. And here's another one of Jon Stewart and his reaction to the debate.
Oh, yeah, we got to get
Okay.
I will tell you the difference. The difference is Trump delivered at the debate to expectation. We expect him to be crazy. But Biden's performance and inability to articulate at times was stunning. Like,
no,
I could not believe what I was watching.
That's what I mean.
Thinking about it again just makes me want to rip up my... Why do we make this out of such strong material? But then it got worse. Rather than respecting the American people and having an honest, at least partial conversation about what we had all seen, we were told immediately, these are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, it was like always.
He has a stutter.
He hasn't debated in 4 years.
He was almost over-prepared.
He had an off night. People have an off night.
You know, the president traveled 6 time zones forward to G7, and he was also continued to do his presidential duties. And also, he had a cold. He was jet lagged.
He'd been home for almost 2 weeks.
Right. 12 days.
He was jet lagged? How big is that f***ing jet? The point is, for a campaign based on honesty and decency, the spin about the debate appears to be blatant bull.
Thank you. But welcome to the world, John.
Thank you for waking up.
It's so aggravating. Where have you been?
Yeah, and they're doing their bits with, to make fun of Biden.
They're doing what
I'm
we
not
do.
on your side now.
Yeah.
I'm not on your side now. No.
And they're not. Yeah, they're doing what we do now, but not even full. They're still having to go after Trump on this. He was lying and expectations. By the way, yesterday in overtime, we played this little quick clip of an actual Biden campaign volunteer in Philadelphia who I think this shows you the enthusiasm for Joe for re-election here. Watch this guy.
The president made his way to a field campaign office in Manayunk, where volunteers were surprised to find out he was visiting.
Oh, is he coming here? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. That's dope. I hope he's awake for it.
I hope he's awake for it. I
Good.
mean, there you go.
Yeah.
Even they know, man. This guy.
They do.
Sucks.
They know now, I guess, to a certain extent. They don't even know the vast extent of this.
No, they do not.
They don't know. But, hey, let me take a minute and tell you about what we're doing here at Blaze Media. We're really proud to announce our newest edition and expansion into primetime news, Blaze News Tonight. It's the daily news show the internet needs, giving you the provocative opinions, expert analysis, and breaking stories that you won't see anywhere else. Blaze News Tonight will bring you the experts on every issue to ensure that you're fully informed. So join us as we dive into the day's most pressing issues with opinions and analysis that challenge the mainstream narratives. It's hosted by Jill Savage, and it features Blaze News Editor-in-Chief Matt Peterson and Blaze News Senior Politics Editor and D.C. Correspondent Chris Bedford, many more of your favorite Blaze Media hosts, including yours truly. Really?
Wow.
How about that?
That's kind of sweet.
Isn't it, though?
That's not going to happen, is it?
Well, come on. It says it is.
Okay, well, then,
that's the first time hearing of it. Make sure to subscribe to Blaze News Tonight, and it'll be your go-to source for unfiltered, hard-hitting commentary that keeps you informed and engaged. Blaze News Tonight launches tomorrow, July 11th. So go to the Blaze News Tonight YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications and do all that stuff. Never miss an episode. Blaze News Tonight.
All the things, right?
All the things.
All the things.
We want to win all the things. Not just one or two.
Unleashed.
All the things. All. As if we worked for the NEA or something. They're the only ones I know who can win all the things.
Well, they certainly want to.
Yeah.
The things!
All the things! So weird.
But your kids' education and well-being comes first with the NEA. I mean, that's the organization that we've played in the past,
right?
Who have said
they're in good hands.
They make no bones that education isn't our primary thing; it's power. That's what we have. That's what we're going for here.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
I mean, they're a labor union.
If they win all the things, then education will be
part
right
of
up.
It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair.
It's all encompassing. That is fair.
What time is it at the White House right now?
Fair.
I just wondered if Joe...
It's almost 9 o'clock at the White House.
So that's not...
Yeah.
Just checking on him.
It's an hour later than it is here. That's a fairly standard thing.
Is that how time works?
Yeah, that's how time works.
Cool.
Kind of rhetorical in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be later in the east because that's where the sun rises.
What?
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
I did not know that.
That's weird. Well, it depends on what neighborhood you're in.
Right.
Like for you, for instance, Chris.
You walk out of the front.
If you walk out your front door,
Walk out the front door.
and you're in your neighborhood, not here at work.
Okay.
What direction does the sun rise?
West.
West. Okay. At your in your
my
neighborhood, it
might
comes
be
up in the
different
west.
to your neighborhood.
It might be. Yeah, it might
Well,
be
your
different.
new neighborhood. Have you walked out of your new neighborhood?
I have not yet. No.
So you don't know the
but
answer.
I will soon have a new neighborhood, and I don't know.
That's
the answer
exciting,
on
right?
the new- Yeah.
Are you
very.
excited?
I just want to get it over with now because my house doesn't feel like my house anymore.
Because it's not.
Because
You're not allowed to use anything.
You're not allowed to.
You're
Yeah,
not allowed to use. You're not allowed to use anything.
Exactly.
You're living at a rooms to go display.
There you go.
Pretty much. Yep.
Can't
pretty
even touch
much.
the walls because then you live smudge on them.
Right. And we don't close until the 26th. So we got a little time to live in an empty shell. All right. We'll see you on Glenn's show coming up. And then, of course, we got overtime coming up with Keith and Jeffy and Chris. And
I heard it on the news.
back here tomorrow.
And I said it was ridiculous,
Unleashed.
man. That's it.